the shit, dog.
I'm getting rich on all my haters, they ain't fight back. And I ain't even miss that kitty, that shit bite back. And you still crying off your makeup, where your wife's at. And I can't come for you no more, cause I go right back. Said I go right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Marshal Kramer Show. Marshal Kramer, that is me. This is my show, the podcast where I do my shit. Been gone for a while, like I've always done before, but I'm back. And that's, you know what? I'm not even going to apologize about it. I'm not even going to really talk about it much. It's just like, yo, if I'm not feeling good, or I'm not feeling like doing it, or the podcast feels like work, I don't make money off this shit. Not yet. Right? I'm not making money off this. Like, yo, if this takes work, if it feels like work and it's draining me, it's out. It's ixnayed. It's one of the first things to be ixnayed. But I'm also, why you back then, Marsh? Why you back, leaning back, chilling at a beanbag, dog? You look good, Marsh. You look good. Thank you very much, Marsh. Me and Marsh always looking out for each other. Y'all should look out for each other too. Anyway, you know, been gone. Now I'm back, and I'm back one day after. Now I have, and I promise you, this is the last time this has ever happened. I am officially done with school. Graduated. So yesterday I took my last test, and I'm all done with that. Thank God. So that was a huge thing, man. And you know. Dude, it's just so funny how you may not know me that well, right? Many of you listening right now may be one of my friends, so you may know me exactly. But outside looking in, many people see me as many people would describe me as a very disciplined and hardworking individual. I wouldn't say that. I would say I'm a lazy fucking beanbag, fucking sack of a man, right? So this is a great representation of who I am. But what I was getting at with that is that basically, even though outside looking in, someone else can see something different. I basically still am a human being, no matter, and that's with everybody. And that's like the thing where I get on, like, don't look at celebrities. Anyway, Marshall, stay on task here, you goddamn. Okay, gonna get better at this. Anyway, my point here is that even people who seem very disciplined, hardworking, you know, can sacrifice XYZ, we're humans and we all succumb to stresses. Not even just humans, all living creatures, any living entity on that we know in our known universe, right, succumbs to a type of stress. And they may fight off that other stresses, but some stresses just literally crumble them. And I think I've said it for a while, and honestly, you know, I'm not going to be a hypocritical guy. Like, I think most things are self-created, so this is obviously self-created, but school's always been a big one for me. I am not a procrastinator at heart. I think people who know me, definitely my parents and family would tell you that, like, you know, I'm not a procrastinator at heart, but when it comes to school, bro, I tend to do that, and then I tend to fall back, and then I get so overwhelmed that it literally, I allow it to just literally cripple me. And, you know, there's nothing exciting or fun or interesting about it. I just fucking cripple. And it's not that I won't get it done either, too. That's the worst thing. It's not like I'm just going to literally sit down and never do it and just be like, fuck it, dude. I'm just going to relax and live and just let things be. No, I'm eventually going to do it. And the truth is, it's going to be like the last 3 hours until it's due, you know. Not really always, but it's been like the last 3 fucking hours, and I have to cram that shit in. My brain is literally throbbing because of the amount of caffeine that I've taken, and then the amount of water I have not. And it just becomes to a very high stress level. 2. What is your big stress this summer? Because here's number 2, man. Is that, you know, Marshal Kramer Show and Marshal Kramer Media, marshalkramermedia.com. My new website, powered by Wix. Wix is not a sponsor of the show, but shout out to Wix for, you know, making my website. You the man, you the boy. It's solid. It's decent. And what it's going to do is it's going to allow me to get better search engine optimization. And what basically will allow people to find me. People who need shit done. If you need Yo. Let me market this right now, dog. If you need portraits taken, If you need music videos made, you need sketches made, you need course videos, online course videos made, you need anything edited, you need a wedding, sports highlights, whatever you need. Right now, the Marshal Kramer Media, www.marshalkramermedia.com, Marshal, M-A-R-S-H-A-L, 1L, because they're one of a kind, K-R-A-M-E-R, media.com, right? Anyway, we will do anything for you right now because we know we're trying to find our lane. That's the thing about being young. That's the beauty of being young is we got the time and we got the ability and the non-stress to be able to just reinvent ourselves every fucking 20 minutes, okay? You can literally fly. That's the truth of the world. Your mom will never tell you that, but you could fly right now, okay? I don't care if 2 minutes ago, you were literally sucking dick for crack on the corner of Filborn and Millard Street. Right? But right now, you can fucking fly, dog. And if you have that crack, you definitely can fucking fly. So don't let nothing hold you back. But you can reinvent yourself, dog. I don't care if you were a fucking prostitute last night, because tonight, you're the chef of Bazoo, baby. You are the chef of Bazoo. Motivation for you guys. Motivation. You know, and then let me talk. Maybe that's what I was getting at. But here's what I need the podcast for. You know, I've been gone. Here's what I need the podcast for. Is this, dog. Like, there's something weird, you know, call me crazy. But here's the thing. A camera is so familiar to me. This is so weird. I can stare right into the lens as I'm doing right now, and I can talk in a much more comfortable tone, and I can feel more expressive and feel more free and non-judgmental, XYZ, than I do in like 99% of social situations. And it's not that I'm not comfortable in those other 99% of situations. 99% of other situations, but I've just always been so comfortable with the camera. And it started at a really young age. I think it started before like 5th grade. And there's probably a million other people like me, but like, you know, it is self-absorbed. Like, cut the shit, dog. Cut the goddamn shit. Okay? This was the one thing that pissed me off, man. Like, people just don't understand this. I don't want to say this to people to make them feel bad. Can we fucking say what this is, dog? If you're in any of this industry like me, man, if you're in any of the industry like this, you're a model, you fucking make sketches, you do comedy, you're a singer, you're fucking a news anchor, actor, you know, anything like that, bro. Even sports, bro. We are out there for the attention. We live for the attention. I fucking promise you. You think you love football? You think you really fucking love football? If there was no one on this goddamn earth, you think you're gonna still play fucking football? Oh yeah, Marsh. I do it. I'm never done. Football for life. Fuck off. That's a lie. Stop acting like we don't do everything to build our uniqueness among the rest of society. That's what it's for. And you know what, man? It's okay. It's the nature of a human being. State the fucking nature and live the reality, man. Live it. Man, I don't know, man. Like, oh yeah, I do all, oh man, I don't know, man. I just love to inspire people. I just love to inspire people through my art, man. I just want to make people feel good. Yeah, you probably do, man, because it fucking makes people feel good to make them feel good. And don't stop trying to make people feel good. Don't let any of this ever make you feel like you need to stop making people feel good. That's what I'm trying to do at the end of the day with this show. But like, bro, cut the fucking shit. It's for us. It's always been for us. I think innately everything that a human being does. No. Everything that life does is to benefit itself, no matter how symbiotic and beneficial, bipartisan. Is that a word? Is that a phrase? Bipartisan bipartisan beneficial. No. No matter how beneficial it is to both parties, all of the parties, 3, 4, multiple parties, right? No matter how beneficial that is, and no matter how harmonious that connection may seem, life is out for itself, innately. That's just how it fucking is. This show makes me gives me two really, really, really good things. Right now, before this thing's edited, even posted, right now what this fucking gives me is it, very oddly, I feel heard. Right? I don't get any comments. Dude, I get fucking what? You've seen YouTube. Maybe the YouTubes right now get like 20 to 25 views, and maybe my fucking Spotify and shit maybe gets another like 40 to 50. I'm telling you the real numbers. I don't know if I ever lied about that before, man. I'm not bullshit. Hey, welcome back. Like, Marshal's grown up a little bit more in the last few months. It's time to stop lying so much. But like, I don't get that many views, right? I get like 55 to 75 between all podcast platforms and video platforms every week, weekly. Before anyone even sees this, I don't get any comments, right? I'm so small. I don't get any comments. I really don't get that many DMs. I got a lot of DMs in the beginning, a bunch of friends when I started the podcast reaching out saying they feel the same, which is cool, which is the stuff I look for, man. I hope I get more of that shit, do that right now, but nobody will. Nobody will. I say it every time, hey, yo, comment, yo, DM me. And then I lie the next video. I go, yo, so people been telling me, man, this is what people been saying, so I got to respond to it, making it seem like I got and hype. No, I don't. No one has said shit to me. That's a lie. That's a facade. And I'm done. Because you know what? That's one of the biggest stresses that I have. Anyway, right? What it gives me right now is it makes me feel heard. I'm literally speaking to a goddamn camera. And there's no one here. And I'm yelling to a mic by myself. But for some reason, at the end of the day, I feel heard. Then, when I edit it and I get other people to watch it, yes, I don't get any comments. However, every, month or so, when I run past a new person that I haven't seen in a while, it's amazing how many people know me that still listen to this shit. So it's nice to hear them again, to get the attention. That's attention. That is attention. We're here. I'm an attention whore, said it a million times. Many people that I work with are, most people in the industry that I'm in are attention whores. That's okay. What the fuck? No, I'm not trying to denigrate you at all, man. I'm not denigrating myself, and I'm a beast. So are you. Do your fucking thing, dog. That's okay. But let's cut this shit and say what this shit is, dog. MCS for me, man. Middle child syndrome. Mama didn't love me. Or at least I didn't feel it. My mom loves the shit out of me, and I love my mama. Mama's great. Mama Jules, yeah. But, so here we are. Chilling, willing, feeling like a free villain, you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing too. Damn, I'm weird as fuck, dude. I'm a weird dude. I'm a goofy goober. I like to have a good time and be funny, but like, man, this feels so natural to me. I feel so good right now. And holding this mic, I always felt, that it'd be good at stand-up comedy. Bombed the 3 sets I've ever done. I don't know if I ever told you guys that, but I've done 3 stand-up sets. Oh my god, I was so hammered my first ever set, man. 22nd birthday is when I did my first one, and did my second one the night after. So it was a Tuesday, a Wednesday, and then the next Monday. Nope, the next Wednesday. No, next Monday. Yeah, next Monday. So 3 sets in 1 week. Oh my god. Horrible. But for here, I feel free. I feel judgment. I feel no judgment. And the cool thing is, bro, you clicked on this bitch, dog. You got a problem with me? You clicked on this bitch. What are we in this motherfucker? We're in 16 minutes, and you still in here? Why? You obviously are interested in me in a little bit. Okay? You obviously like a little bit about what I got to say. And I got some shit to say. We all got some shit to say, but here I am today. Thinking about getting some more people in here, man. Getting some more people on podcast, because dude, now I'm out of school, and so now, like, I don't know what it is, man. I knew it. I knew I put that. We build these mental barriers that we allow to plague our progression. And I've said to you before with the school, like, I didn't get it, but I knew it, dude. I knew it from like junior year of high school. So 6 years ago, I remember that. I'm like sitting there. I'm like, I could feel myself giving up, and sitting in the back of my mind, always saying, once I'm done with this, once I'm done with this, once I'm done with this, oh, I'm going to take off. Oh, I'm going to go really hard. Oh, I'm going to do this or that, you know? And it's like using that excuse of, oh, all this stuff's so tough. All this stuff's so tough. I don't have time to do all that extra shit. I got to have fun, you know? And that's the trick in making your whatever work you want to do, you know, by yourself, your business, whatever, making that fun to you, making it a passion. Trust me. But here's the thing. Cutting the shit again, too, dog. It ain't fun. I literally told you I love this podcast right now. I freaking love this, but sometimes it feels like work. And starting this goddamn business, are you serious, dude? Dude, I didn't realize that people ain't gonna pay you unless you ask for your goddamn money. Most people are not very, eager to pay their bill, especially when, you could imagine the bills of videos, especially coming from me as a video, a traveling videographer and an editor, right? Getting that big collection of a bill, travel, filming, and editing. I mean, it's a good sized bill, even if you want lower level editing, even if you want a smaller size video, shorter video, XYZ, it's still pretty expensive, and no one's eager to give it to you. So you gotta ask for your money. You gotta have a professional invoice. You gotta send them invoice. You gotta let them know. Don't threaten them, but maybe put something in the invoice or threaten them with a knife. Yeah, or a noose, or a fucking moose. Fucking threaten them with a moose, dude. They're done. Have you ever seen one of those goddamn things? Like, dude. Deer ain't shit. Sometimes I'm driving my car, man. I got a little tiny Hyundai Elantra, man. Sometimes I'm in my car and I drive right by a deer, and I'm like, God damn, is big. Like, some of them are big, and their antlers, like, shit, that shit's huge. You seen them with a picture standing side by side to a moose or an elk, right? An elk's a huge step up, and then a moose, you'll get stomped to death by one of those things. Holy shit. Same goes for bison versus a cattle. My computer, I just want to make sure everything's going good. Yeah, my computer's still rolling. Got a new computer. Bison versus cattle. Holy moly! Is that a size difference? Oh my God! And it makes sense. It makes sense why there's less moose and elk and bison than there are deer and cattle, because it's becoming a smaller and smaller world. Except humans. Humans are getting bigger and bigger. We're just absorbing more and more mass and matter of the world. So there's not enough left for the rest. Damn, man. I want to die. So if you can't threaten me, if the moose doesn't work, just put something in your invoice, be like, 2 weeks late, 10 days late, 15 days late, month late, interest starts to collect. But man, that stressed me out too, man, is that, not that large businesses don't exploit everything, especially people, and most resources, natural resources, non-renewable resources. But you start to understand once you run your own business like me. Well, you got your own website, bitch? No? Get the fuck out of here, dude. You ain't got a website, dude? You ain't for me, dude. You ain't for me if you ain't got a Wix website, dog. Not the Marshal Kramer Show. The Marshal Kramer Show, not brought to you by Wix. The Marshal Kramer Show. The Wix is not a sponsor. The Marshal Kramer Show. Wix is not a sponsor. But once you're trying to run your own business, and you start to realize there's a lot of bullshit too, and there's a lot that goes on, and too, right? Quote unquote, this podcast would even count too. I've been trying to start my own business, trying to do media for years now, and it really takes a long time. They always say, right, it takes 10 years to make an overnight success, but you make no money. And I've heard comedians too say that, like, there's an old thing, like, you do 1,000 free sets. You do 1,000 sets for free before you start to get paid, and that's 1,000 open mic sets before you start to get free. 1,000 sets, 365 days, right? So even if you did one set a day, that's 3 years minimum, and you're never gonna get one set a day. I mean, that's not true. It depends on where you're at. New York and LA, you can, I guess, but I was thinking here, like, there's no way. We don't have enough clubs here. We don't have enough clubs here. You can here in Minneapolis, and then even if you drive to St. Cloud, I don't know where else you go. Maybe you could drive around a little bit. I don't know. Des Moines or La Crosse, Wisconsin too. I don't know what else they got. They ain't got shit. Come on. Does Des Moines? Yeah, anybody know if Des Moines got some good comedy? Anyway, a lot of free shit. So that starts to freak me out too, because then you gotta, I work on doing all that because that's my go-to. I'm also taking that risk too. I'm living very freaking tight and frugal right now because I'm taking the risk of, instead of having a day job and then doing my shit on the side, I'm making this my day job, even though I am starting to make a little bit of money, but not money, bro. Like not money. Especially with technology and drive time and everything, I ain't making money. But I am working there and I'm willing to pay my dues because I've never paid dues in a life. I've never paid my goddamn dues a day in my life. I am a privileged, spoiled, weak-minded bitch, yo. I can't even explain to you, bro. I am so soft. So soft. There's never been a day in my life where I'm like, yo, you gots to do this. This is something you gotta do, man. Like you don't have a choice. I always got a choice, man. I can do whatever the hell I want. I'm Marshy Mars, dog. I'm Marshy Mars, which is not a good way to live, man. That's an arrogant, narcissistic, and like a very lazy way. And when I think about myself like that, I understand why people older than us think that we're such a weak and soft generation and lazy generation because, kind of are. But like I said before, it's also their fault for making life so goddamn easy for us. And like I was saying earlier too, like I've had a lot of adults say to me like, wow, you ain't like the rest of your lazy generation. You're a hardworking folk. I'm like, damn, man. COVID. I literally I might have COVID right now. Maybe that I'm here by myself, so I'm chilling. But I actually might have COVID anyway. But it's like they go, wow, you work so hard compared to your generation. I go, yeah, compared to my generation, they must be some lazy fucks to think you must be thinking this shit's hard working, dog. I don't know. It's all relative because I do work all day, but it's nothing to envy, dog. I work all day, but it's literally nothing to envy. I would be what you call a high-functioning addict, a workaholic. It's a sickness because two things come in work for me, largely. Distraction and, which is purpose, really. Distraction and purpose. But then recognition. And I don't think it's the healthiest thing to have your, a large pot or a large portion of your pot of recognition and worth come from one thing, let alone, but work. It shouldn't be, your work. Or maybe it should. I don't know. What the hell do I know anyway? Said that shit a million times, man. None of us know shit. I don't know jack shit. You don't know jack shit. Don't be telling me you do, man. Oh my God. I'll punch you in the nose. But, gotta stop being lazy and gotta be on myself, man. Gotta be able to, this is not gonna build itself. No one is gonna do the work for me, No one is going to make me, no one's gonna make me punch in. No one's gonna make me punch out. No one's gonna make me get the work done. I guess my clients are once they book me, but, you can only scam a few clients until your scam's up, dog, and you gotta bounce out of town. You gotta dip, and go into hiding and maybe find a whole new place where your name's not known to start over your scam. But you can't scam people for too long before people ain't that dumb. So that's one thing I've been working on, and that's why I want to do this again too, because this is a really thing that keeps me grounded. That's to be the third thing gives me the routine. Right? I used to have a really good routine. I think these things used to come out on Thursdays. I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. I don't like to schedule that because sometimes I want to do 3 in a week and sometimes I can't do any because I'm gone. And that's okay. So just release when I want. But I used to have a routine, release every Thursday, and I think I filmed every Sunday. And then maybe chilled Sunday and then edited Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, and then Wednesday had a day to relax and think about the next one. And then maybe re-edit if I would have a new thought come up. But it's a very good routine. Very good routine, which is something I've been out of for so god darn long, bro. So god darn long. Let me get to ads. Ladies and gentlemen, the Marshal Kramer Show. Help me. Help me, please. I'm going to die. I've lived out of my car for so many hours. You have no idea. I am a struggling white male who comes from a high-income earning family in rural central conservative Minnesota. Please, I'm struggling. Do what you can to help me now. Click the link below to sponsor me. Please. I will die. Please. Also, the Marshal Kramer Show is brought to you by Squarespace, the competition of Wix, who made my website. I'm just kidding, but it is brought to you by Get Upside. Do you have a car? Of course you have a car. You're a rich fucking bastard, you bitch. Of course you have a car. You're not broke. So you know what you need to do with that car? You need to fill that shit up, dude. Gas. I'm not talking about that shit your dealers got. I'm not talking about the slopes of the snows. I'm talking about goddamn gasoline. Diesel too for all you big truck driving motherfuckers. Yo, we got that shit too. You want to save on that shit? Shit's getting expensive out there, dog. All different types of realities are getting more expensive, man. I don't care if you live a cheap reality. It's becoming an expensive cheap reality. It's expensive. It's tough to be poor in this goddamn country. That's a truth. That's a factual statement. Check it right now. Get Upside. Get Upside's an easy app to download. All you gotta do is punch in when you get to the place you want. You can get anywhere from 8, 10, 13, 20, 22 cents off a gallon at all of your local gas stations. Not all of them. The other ones that aren't in there are done. Like, they're done. They're all gonna die. Like, they're the stupidest gas stations that's ever existed. And if you ever go to one, you're done. Except for Quick Trip. Oh my God, Quick Trip. Still love you. Still love you, but you gotta get on the Get Upside. But everyone else, like, literally, I've also heard anyone that uses Get Upside doesn't get coronavirus. That is a true factual statement. Check it here right now. The Marshal Kramer Show has said it. Get Upside is the true COVID vaccine. Also, DoorDash. Are you broke? Of course you're broke, bitch. Of course you're broke. And know you're broke. DoorDash. Become a DoorDash driver. Click the link below. Okay? Become a DoorDash driver today and start making some goddamn money. You want to know something beautiful, man? Let me end this show a little beautiful, man. Let me end this show on a positive note, because you know what? That's another thing, too. I think I've said maybe only on the Marshal Kramer Show. You know, because the show used to be called Happy Campers for you who don't know, and then it was Willfully Optimistic, right? Willfully Optimistic, which I do believe is a true characteristic of mine. But when I started the Marshal Kramer Show months and months and months ago, I rejected that mindset because I let so many negative people get back into my mindset. I was in a weak state. I was in a vulnerable state. I was in a lonely state and a sad state. And I was looking for community, and I found a community and everything else, you know, podcasts and then shows, and then, you know, it all trickles into one another, you know. You start surrounding yourself with one thing, and like literally it could be music, it could be a podcast, it could be people, it could be a TV show, it could be a job, a living environment. You expose yourself to one negative thing, all those other avenues I just talked about, it'll bleed into that too, and you'll just become this negative Nelly, or vice versa. If you start becoming a silly Sally, you know, in one avenue, you'll become a silly Sally in all avenues, a positive Pete. But that's where I truly am, and I want that to be, because it's really that optimistic nihilism, man, where I just believe. I don't believe in anything, really. I believe in what exists in front of me and what I know through our known laws of chemistry and physics. And call me a doubter, right? Call me as a seer, as a believer, but I just can't wrap my head around or fathom a lot of other things. But maybe I can. But I also, aliens would be very easy to explain, I bet, biologically and chemically, because I could believe in aliens, and I could even believe. I don't know. Nah. We're not getting into it. Anyway, I'm a positive guy, and I want to be a little bit more positive, because I think I've been a little bit negative. But I do think a lot of things are a lot less lustrous and than you believe, and I believe you will become disillusioned by most things if you really just open your eyes and observe it. Because There's so many avenues that people are so positive about or so negative about that I go, what? I'm like, I think you're really negative on that. I believe in people in that avenue so much more than you do, you know? Like people's need each other, is even though I just said that, and I'm going to get to that, even though I said people do nothing more than just for themselves. But people do love each other, and people think, oh, everyone hates each other. It's all about partisan. Fuck this, fuck that, blah, blah. It's like, no, man. I know for a fact, man, if there was a crash and, you know, everyone else around that crash was viewing the vehicles, everyone stopped, everyone got on to help. At that moment, we're not seeing black or white. We're not seeing red or blue, you know. And that's 99% of people. I truly believe that. You know, they're all the sick people, but 99% are going to not see any of that. At that moment, it's, you know, human versus death. And we're all gonna dive in and do that. But there are a lot of other departments where humans are very optimistic on each other. And I think we need to be very pessimistic in that avenue, because it's not just for the sake of it, because I think the pessimistic viewpoint is a little bit more towards the reality, right? There is two things that exist: our belief and factual reality, right? And there's a lot of gray area, and a lot of times they may line up, our beliefs and factual reality, but those are the only two things. And often when we don't remember to think about that, we just continue to live our mind and our life and our perspective and how we think, and we forget to think about others' perspectives and really make us smarter by that. But, you know, that's not an area where I'm very... that's an area where I'm actually pretty positive in, pretty optimistic in. But one thing I think is beautiful, and I said it earlier, was that how much humans need each other. I won't say the L word, but we need each other, whether we like it or not. And like I just said about why we do this, man, every actor and singer in this world needs you. They need the audience, and not literally in a financial sense where they literally need you because you're the one who literally supports them and pays their bills, right? Because without you buying their tickets or buying their merch or listening to their music, they wouldn't have any money. But they literally need you for feelings of sanity. Feelings of sanity. And feelings of sanity or feelings of insanity can be sparked by literally loneliness, anger, feelings of meaninglessness, purposelessness, you know. And those four things that I literally just said there, other humans can really, really, really help out. And that's a beauty I see in like jobs and stuff. This is going to be a little hippy-jibby, but I don't think it is, man. Not very many people do this, man, but you know it, man. You've been through the drive-thru. You've been through Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, Taco Bell, whatever, and you roll up and you know, you probably staring at the menu, figuring out what you're gonna get, and then all of a sudden you hear, "Hey, how you doing today? Can I help you out?" And it's just someone who's a little bit more positive. And then you get to the window, maybe you see them dancing or laughing with their buddies, having a joke. You see people laughing at a fast food place. And we all know that that's got to be one of the, you know, doesn't have to be. To me, it's like one of the, I don't know how to say this. I'm getting in trouble with saying it, but like, I find it personally one of the shittiest jobs because dealing with people is a tough one. No, right? But you don't get to deal with people in a good way, and you don't get tipped. Right? Waiters get bitched at, waitresses get bitched at, bartenders get flirted with, get basically sexually harassed verbally, right? That's the fucking truth. But at least they usually get tipped. And the more sexually harassed they get, the more tip they usually get. Fast food people don't get tipped at all, and it reeks in that bitch. It reeks. Oh my God, it reeks. Right? So they got to deal with that shit too. But dude, just to see someone take uniqueness and take pride in their job. My grandma worked at a grocery store in a town of 550 people. I can't imagine there's very many people here that's unfathomable to, because I can't imagine there's a bunch of big city people listening to this. But you know, there are a lot of people in this world. You know, think about the 18 million people who live in Los Angeles. Think about the 13 million people who live in New York. To them, that number's unfathomable. They go, "What is that? A horror movie? What are you, Stanley Kubrick? What the fuck's going on here?" 550 people. That sounds like a movie. Population 55. That actually is a movie. Population 513 or something. I can't remember. My grandma literally worked in a town, a grocery store of 550 people. And man, to this day, share, quick perspective of hers. I won't tell her story because that's hers, but, to this day, she still talks about that so much. That store gave her so much purpose. She talks about this, the quote she says often is like, I love people. People kept me motivated, and that's why I worked as long as I did. And she worked there till she's probably 72, which is, something she didn't need. I don't think they needed it retirement-wise. They could have been at 65. Like, my grandpa stopped farming around, 65, maybe 63, Never stopped helping, but stopped farming himself. And, yeah, farming. They're a small town. So it's cool to see people take that, man. Take pride in that. And they take that from you, bro. And they take that from their friends. And they take that from the people around them. Like, I do DoorDash, right? And I was picking up from Arby's. This what I'm thinking about, right? I was picking up from Arby's 2 days ago. As a DoorDash, I have to walk in. And this manager and his buddy, maybe the shift leader, they were just having a good time. They were like, I heard them cracking some memes. I heard them singing. I heard them like, do your best, blah, blah, blah impression or whatever. And they were just literally having a good time. And they were working so hard. They were moving so fast and they were so friendly because they were in such a good mood. They were so friendly when they turned around. Happy people make other people happy. Hurt people, blah, blah, blah. And they just turn around and like, here you go. Can I get anything else for you? And, they asked everybody like, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. And they were just very enthusiastic. My grandma was like that too. I remember all the time. On the way to the farm, I would stop in town, right, in the grocery store and visit her, and she'd always be so peppy about work, and everyone loved her, and everyone knew her in town, as you would with 550 people. But it was really cool, and that's a huge thing, man. Is like how much we need each other, and I need that. They need each other, working to each other, because every now and again you see someone do it alone, but it's usually with a friend, right? You usually get a whole vibe of people going, and we fuel each other. We literally fuel each other socially. It can become a medicine. Social interactions are medicines to human beings, and I needed that. That was my social interaction. I didn't talk to him even really, besides in a professional form, and he made my day. Here I am. This was a while ago. This was like 2 weeks ago. This is like 2 weeks ago. And here I am now today talking about him, still remembering him and his buddy having a good time laughing. That makes me feel so happy. And how much I need this. I'm staring at a camera. Camera. Even though we're sitting here in the beanbag, man, with a little blue light, man, I think it may be a little bit better view here. We got the Sony a7 III. One of the cameras I have for my sports needs. This is a good camera for sports because Sony has such good autofocus. But here I am, maybe not even look that bad. I hope it didn't sound that bad today, man. I may have talked a little bit. Oh, now that I'm feeling good about the Sony, I want to shout my boy out. He may be listening to this, and y'all should go listen to him. Abesy boy. Abes, ABES is a $sign, so Abe $sign. Music. I've been making a few music videos for him. We made The Race. We did an open mic for his song called Kill. And then I made a song with him and my buddy Young Prodigy, Brandon Olson. He's been on episode 2 and 3 of Happy Campers, a.k.a. the Marshal Kramer Show. Good man. That's called Kitty, meaning, down there. Dirty. And then just made another one with him and my friend Daisy Kent. Daisy Kent was on episode 6 of Happy Campers, a.k.a. the Marshal Kramer Show. That's a good one. And that one was called Sundown. We just made that one recently. I'm editing it now. And let me actually take y'all home with a little bit of Abe's. And until next time, folks, I love ya. Thanks for being here. I need ya. You're my social medicine. Take care, folks. Scoot boot. Too late.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. I saw my problems with the bottle. I think I'm drinking too much. Took all my pills, I'm at the bottom. I can't stop thinking so much. I'd rather die than live today. I'd rather fall than keep the